No, it ended. Okay. I need to know if y'all can hear me in the chat because I don't know what's going on here. I can't hear anything, so can't hear myself. So I don't know if y'all can hear me talking. I don't know how to. Oh, let me see here. Hold on. No. Let me see. Oh, wait a minute. I think. Hold on, guys, a minute. Can you all hear me? We hear you. Okay. All right. Making sure. Just making sure, guys, because I couldn't hear anything on this end. Thanks everybody for being here. I've already set the oven to 350 because I'm going to do, it's actually Meghan, it's Marc's wife. Meghan is her mom's cake, and I'm going to do that. Now, if you go on my community post to the banana pie I posted and in the messages, he's got it listed there. The icing I will post on a community post later today how to do it because it's on my phone and I already made the icing and put it in the refrigerator. So I didn't have to use the electric mixer that much during the live. So I will list those ingredients for that and tell you how to do it, the instructions. So anyway, I think he's got the ingredients for the frosting with that cake on the banana cream pie messages, and I'll just put the instructions in. So anyway, oven to 350. I think y'all can see me. I'm going to go ahead. It's a one box, and it's a butter recipe. She did say she used a butter recipe. Okay, and I have 3 whole eggs here that I brought to room temperature. It's a cup of 7-Up or Sprite, a teaspoon of vanilla, and it is a stick of melted butter. Okay, I've already greased and floured a 9x13 pan. That's what I'm going to use. You can do this with layer cake if you want. This takes a lot of time to do it and do that. So hold on. I'm going to stir this a little bit. The sides down. Always stir the sides down and go to the bottom to make sure you've got everything stuff and it's all incorporated. That's the only way you can make sure what your mixer doesn't get. And then I always take and do a little bit longer. Okay. Put something under here so it doesn't drip all over the place. And I'm going to bring it over here. I got my pan ready. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this in. And I'm going to get it into bake first. So by the time I get done, I can ice it and show you it. Spread it, make sure you spread it out and get it even. And another thing I've learned through the years, you can actually take and tap your pan to get the air bubbles out and also to kind of, so you got it. And I'll show you what I mean by that. I just take it and I shake it a little bit and I tap it down like that. And that way it gets pretty even air bubbles. And I'm going to put it in here on 350. And I'm going to take y'all over the other side. This is for the chicken legs. You will need a big pan like this. You're going to need this size pan of sorting right here. Keep your pan so when the grease cools, you can put it in here because you're not going to be able to use the grease again because it's got, spices, hot sauce, and, stuff in it. It's got buttermilk and raw egg when you dip your chicken in it. So you don't want that at all. So let me set this over here. That's not the camera. My mess. So let me turn it here. And I'm going to do these potatoes first and get them ready. So y'all can let me move it here a little bit more. There you go. Thank you. Let's see. This is very nice. These things are hard to get just right. You see there. Well, look there. Okay. Today I'm drinking bottled water. I have one in it and some raw sugar. I just like them dehydrated. So you take and spray a good sized glass dish like this with non-stick spray. And I'm going to read you what she said. You take your potatoes, red potatoes, and you cut through them like this. I want to see if I can put this up close enough. Here. See how that is? Like that. Because they're going to go face down and they're going to go in the oven. And what you're going to mix up, it is let me see, a stick of butter, a third of a cup of grated Parmesan cheese. It's 3 tablespoons of herb seasoning. And what we used was a tablespoon of parsley, tablespoon of garlic powder, and a tablespoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of black pepper. It's for 2 pounds of red clean potatoes. Now, the thing about that, these are bigger. You can get the little ones. So it's something you can get the baby ones. Won't take as long to cook. So you're gonna have to allow a little bit more time. And I just remembered my pepper. I forgot to put it in. So let me put it in this real quick. Yeah. So you melt that butter, which I have ready here. And it's kind of like you make a paste with it. And you put it in the bottom with all that in there. And it's going to go on the bottom of this dish. And you're going to put those potatoes on the top. So let me see. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Let me move back a little further. There, maybe. That might be better. Okay. Dish here. Okay. So I'm going to take this and put it in the bottom of this dish. Like this. And I'm going to spread it out pretty thin with the paste. There's plenty here. And they're really good. And they will kind of smash down actually on their own when they cook. They kind of press down a little bit. I don't know if they do. They fit them. These were so good. I thought this was perfect with this these chicken legs. And that's the chicken legs do take quite a bit of time. Mainly it's your prep time and mixing all your ingredients up, of course, and then you got to fry. So I'm going to take these potatoes and I'm going to put them down in this dish with the skin side up. I think we did really good over on Fearless Lab, balloon night. Thought it was a great live. We're learning a lot of things, getting to the bottom of a lot of things. I think that's great that we're able to do that and get that accomplished. What we've been trying to do. Going very well. Yeah. Trying to get to where I'm getting off and try not to disturb them. Okay. That. And I'm gonna put this one. I'm gonna go ahead and stick these in the oven, and maybe I can show you what they're like when they're done. If they get done before the lights over. And they can bake on the same rack your cake is on. Actually. So I'm gonna get the chicken out and explain to you about it since y'all couldn't hear the sound. It stopped the other day, so I had these chicken legs. I rinsed them and cleaned, got them cleaned out of the package. And you get a baggie, a nice strong baggie, and I'll do it. We're gonna need. They're called hot honey fried chicken, and you can use stuff other than just your chicken drumsticks, but I like it. And it costs for about 16 or whatever you get in one of those nice packages. Cold water, a little bit of white vinegar, lemon slices. That's what you can clean them with. Just clean your chicken. Make sure it looks okay. It smells good. A seasoning mix. You're going to mix this in a bowl instead of the pot. You're going to use it for more. It's a tablespoon of smoked paprika, tablespoon of garlic powder, a tablespoon of onion powder, and 2 teaspoons of chili powder. Okay? It's 1 1/2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning, 1 1/2 teaspoons of cayenne pepper. Guess if you like them hot, you can put more. 1 1/2 teaspoons of white pepper, 1 1/2 teaspoons of brown mustard, and 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt. You're going to put that in a bowl, mix it up, and just set it aside. Now, for the buttermilk marinade that you're going to put your chicken legs in and put them in the refrigerator, like I said, it's good to do them overnight, but at least give them, 4 to 5 hours before you're ready to cook them. And the flour coating is, which I have here already. I guess I should go ahead and actually get my grease on right here. I have this right here is 2 1/2 cups of flour. Let me see. Oh wait, I need to get to the first. I'm sorry, guys. So in this bag, you put your chicken legs. It's a half of that seasoning mix that you mix up. Half of it. I just went over the ingredients. 2 large eggs beaten, 2 cups of buttermilk, and 1 cup of hot sauce. And I'm using Frank's hot sauce. And again, it's the buttermilk marinade. You put the chicken legs in that are going to go in a bag, a strong bag, in your refrigerator or some kind of a container to where you're going to let it set overnight or at least 4 to 5 hours. Now the flour coating is 2 1/2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/2 cup of cornstarch, which I have here, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and it's half of the seasoning. Okay? So you're using half of your seasoning mix in your flour coating. You're using half of your seasoning mix in your buttermilk marinade. For the frying, you need about 10 cups of cooking oil. for shortening. I've got all this for shortening. I'm going to, I'm going to turn it on. Okay. So also, there's a hot honey sauce that goes on it. And my daughter said, don't put this sauce on there until you're ready to serve them because it'll make the chicken legs soggy instead of crisp. Just mix it up and have it ready, but don't put it on right till you're right before you're ready to serve it. Otherwise, it'll be mushy. Okay, I told you about cleaning the chicken, and I told you about combining all the spices together, setting them aside, like I said, I did, and which I've already done. I already mixed them up last night or earlier. For that, then you're going to take just sprinkle about 3 tablespoons of the seasoning mix onto the chicken in the dish. Okay, you add the beaten eggs, buttermilk, and hot sauce. Use a wooden spoon or your clean. You can marble it. Mix everything together. Make sure the chicken is completely submerged in the marinade. Cover and transfer to the refrigerator to marinate. It says here 6 hours overnight. We have she's done it for. So that's what I've got in here is the marinade and the chicken. So, and here is the coating mix I told you about. You can have about this much in a container. So to coat those with. And over here I have the cup of honey, I have the cup of hot sauce, and the fourth whatever it's called, 1/4 a cup of unsalted butter in here, right here, which I'm going to melt when I mix those two together. In just a minute, I'm going to get my, so I have it ready for later. So anyway, you're going to, you want your oil to get about 350 hot, but you don't want it, no cat within here, I'm sorry, I didn't want to get on that. You can also line a baking sheet or with a wire rack, and you can, when you take them out so they can kind of lay on that rack. I do have a rack here that I use, and I use an old, some kind of a good, a sheet where we put bread in or something, and I just kind of set it like this, just so they can rest, the chicken legs can rest, and then after they're get kind of, the oil off of them and stuff. So I never made these before, my daughter did. So that's the reason why I'm going through this so slow. So you're going to fry them, and you need to fry them to set 15 to 20 minutes for dark. It needs to reach 160. And don't return it to the oil. Just preheat your oven to 350 and bake the chicken until it reaches the correct temperature. You can also cut the chicken open to make sure it's no longer pink. Okay, so that's basically, that's if you undercook it, don't put it back in the oil because the internal non-cooked temperature of that chicken is going to not contaminate your oil. So anyway, I've got the oil over here the slowly melting. But I didn't turn out. So what I'm going to do, I also have a cup of coconut here for the top of the cake. Get out of here, cat. Go. The cat's wanting to play with the tripod. Get out of here. Gee. Hold on a minute, guys. Move. Okay, anyway, this is for, I got that out for the frosting. So take you over here. Maybe this cat will quit. We don't like her doing things in the kitchen. She's a kitten and we're She's slowly getting broken. Okay. You can see my pan here. Like I said, I'll save this can to put the grease in later. Get out of here, cat. Come on, guys. She's knocking the fan. So that's what I have to, why that's getting hot. That's what it's good, butter. Won't take very long. Then I'll mix that stuff in, and we'll be set to, as soon as this gets ready, I'm gonna dip some of them in the flour and get them ready. I'll see how many I can fry. Probably only gonna be able to fry about 4 to 5 of them during the live because it's gonna take a while for them to fry. And I don't even know if the potatoes will be done, but I will post pictures like I do on the community post of what it looks like when it's finished. And my main thing is trying to get this cake done to where I can get it cool enough to ice it for you. If I don't, I'll show you what the frosting looks like, and then you can look at it on the community post. It's just hard to do all this stuff. I maybe should have just gone ahead and baked the cake, and made the frosting. But, when you're cooking, people want to see you cook. They want to see everything mixed up ahead. Or there's some of these shows that have, they show just bags of frozen stuff or pre-mixed stuff. They throw it all together. That may be fine once in a while for some people. I don't call it cooking. I just don't. That's not home cooking. So, just saying, that's my opinion. Got this ready. So, let me get this stuff. I'm going to take the honey and pour it in here. Dissolve that. Keep that honey in. I'll mix in with the butter. And I'm going to use the same cup for the honey because whatever's left in here will come out with the hot sauce. So you don't lose any of your ingredients. But do not use this until you're ready to serve your chicken, or she said it will definitely make them soggy. I'll get the hot sauce here. And you need a cup. And if you get that big bottle I showed you, it's plenty for the chicken. It's plenty for this sauce, and you still have some. So, see, that cleans that all the honey right out of it, and that warm butter. So, yeah, there you go. So I'm going to kind of mix this up. Here. Can you think it's going to be real hot? I don't like real hot stuff going into it. This stuff is good. And I'm not real crazy about chicken salad. I'm careful one bit. But I like it. I really do. I like my favorite is the wing and breast. I don't mind the thighs. But I think the breast and wing, the breast would be really good, or even wings. You're just not going to fry. Fries on it. Takes dark meat. I think a little longer than it does the white meat. Absolutely. Okay. So, I'm going to put that back over out of the way. And I will show you, I'll be right back over. Get chicken legs. Get this bag open. And I'm going to put it over here in my sink. Because I don't want the stuff spilling over on my counter or make a mess. So I'm going to use some tongs. Maybe I hung up with my to put the legs in, and I'm going to get a few in this bowl and let them, get some of that extra marinade off of them. So I'm going to put 2 in here at a time, and I'll get the mixture over here for flour mixture, and I'll test my, I'll test the roll here in a minute. See, I always use a wooden spoon or something wooden at the end and see if it's bubbling up around it. It's not quite there. So that's what I'm looking for. Let me see here. So I can watch this and tell you exactly when it gets there. So I've got it up pretty high, the oil, but I'm going to turn it down here and a little bit on medium because I don't want it to burn. Oh well, I'll have to give that a few more minutes and I'll check it. But I'm going to use these tongs, and yeah, I would say put one of these in at a time in the coating and shake it off. That's what I would do. Let me get a drink of water, guys. I also got me these from Amazon. They're cutting gloves. I have my own nails, and keeps you from nicking your nails off or cutting your fingers, which I have a tendency to do. I think on some of these cooking shows, they should have people like on all those shows that cook, or they're teaching them to cook, like that Worst Cooks in America, or the different ones they have. I think they should have them wear these, because I've seen a lot of times where they cut themselves and they're contaminated the dish and they can't use it. Sometimes it disqualifies them from, they get let go. So, I think it'd be a good idea. If they don't, it'd be a good idea to bring your own, I would think. The same. Let's see here. I'm still waiting for that to get hot. And the cake is getting there. I'm checking it right now. The cake is just about there. You get a toothpick. I always use a toothpick and see, test it. I can usually tell by when it springs back, but let me check it. You don't ever want to overbake your cakes, either when using cake mixes or even some from scratch. Just prick it a few places and see if it's done. And if you get a clean toothpick, like I just got, that baby's done. Okay, let me get a pot holder. We're going to put it on. Let me get a pot holder and take it out. And I'm going to set it over here on the other side. I've got a fan on, and maybe it'll help cool it, and I can ice it for y'all. Okay, hold on. And I'm going to move those potatoes to the middle. So you can see, the cake is all nice and done. Set it over here. And I'm going to move those potatoes, which are probably going to take a little bit of time to do. And she said the way you know they're done, you put a fork in them and test them. Cook them out, not cook them until they're mushy anyway. So, let me see. Oh, here's my pot holders putting on top of the ice maker. But I did that. So what happens when you get old, you always remember where you laid everything. Okay. Hold on. My glasses again. Okay. I think it's grease. I'm going to go ahead and try one of these. Get pretty close to being just right and see. Let's see. And if I do end up using my hands, I'll be continually washing them here in the sink. So, because it's hard to do this and not use your hands. And I don't like to use gloves all the time because I burnt myself and melted the glove cooking. Let me see. Oh yeah, it's ready. Okay, there's one. Probably get about 4 or 5 in at a time. So just telling you. Just have to keep an eye on them. And, they are gonna have a tendency to pop. So I'm gonna get a couple or 3 more. Not very big chicken legs. There we go. All right. This will make a mess too. So sorry to mess, but that's what happens. Okay. I've got 3 in there so far. You don't want to overcrowd it because it'll lower your temperature. You're cooking. And you don't want it to do that either. You know, chicken's not gonna be crisp enough, it's gonna be soggy. Actually, I think I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 in there. So, and it's starting to, the oil's starting to not be as loud. So, okay, there we go. That's it for that. So, I'm gonna put, I'll show you these. I'm gonna put the rest of these legs in this, so I can throw my bag away. Okay, and get that gone. I can wash my hands. And hold on, guys, I gotta wash my hands real good so I can watch the chicken. And I don't have to use a dishwasher. I don't like them, but anybody gets sick, we boil stuff. And we use a little bit of bleach in our dishwater and rinse our dishes. So it helps to disinfect them. Well, let me get this out of the way so I can get this stuff moved. Okay, I'm washing my hands good. And if you use anything that you wipe anything up with your drippings or anything, do that, wash that right. Or get the disposable ones when you're making chicken and throw them out. That's what I do, you know, just to make sure. So these are cooking. I'm gonna keep an eye on them. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the cake. Okay, leave this like this. Here, I got the other legs here, over here. And I will keep an eye on these when I'm talking to you. They're doing really good too. Let me see. Next week, I'm gonna do, I don't know, when my grandkids are out for spring break. And I have a hair appointment Wednesday, and I have a doctor's appointment Tuesday in the afternoons. So if I do one, I'll do it on Monday. I'm not doing any this weekend because this is my birthday weekend. Spend time with the family. Or maybe I might do one Thursday. If I do, I'm thinking about making this cold taco salad that Panthera told me about. Sounds really good. And you eat it cold, and you have to have the Catalina dressing. I do want to do the miso glazed eggplant, and I'm thinking about, instead of doing it with the fish, I think I will make the Mongolian beef that I was supposed to make them live, and I didn't make because I don't remember if it was internet problems, if I got sick, I don't remember what it was. But anyway, I think I'll just make the Mongolian beef with that eggplant. I think that would be really good because they ate with the Marc recipe he gave me, and they used it for a side dish with the chicken teriyaki that I made. So I think I'll do that. So maybe I could come on and do that taco salad. It don't take much time. I'll do that Monday. I'll do that Monday around, let me do it Monday around 2 o'clock. And then next Thursday, I will do the, I'll do the teriyaki, the Mongolian beef and the miso eggplant. So Monday and Thursday next week. I think it'll be 2 o'clock will be fine for the taco salad. And Thursday, I'm going to say about 2 o'clock on that chicken. So we'll just go with that. And the cake is sitting here. It's starting to cool because I got it in front of the fan. See? Starting to cool. And I have my rack ready to put the chicken on. I'm going to turn these over here. Let me go check and see if they're ready to turn. I'll turn you around. I'm all by myself, guys, so I don't have anybody that's in here doing the stuff from, for me. So, like other people do in their lives. So, just saying. You don't want to disturb them because you don't want to move them because you'll knock the coating off of them until they're ready. So, I'm going to actually give those, I'm going to let those sit there and fry about another, I'm going to say another 4 minutes. Another 4 minutes, I think. Yeah, another 4 minutes or so. But I'll show you the icing I made, and I'll have to listen how you do it in the live. But it's pretty neat, I think. Kind of reminds me of a little bit of the 7-minute frosting, but in this guide you use she used baking powder for it. So let me show you. Let me get it back enough where you can see everything again. There. I put it. Here it is. It's in here, and it's kind of, you know, as you let it set, it's got real stiff heats to it. So I gotta let it sit out. Got too cold in there. But now I can tell you, these have egg whites in them. Don't leave this cake out. It needs to be refrigerated, because even though those egg whites are cooked, don't leave the cake out. It needs to be put in you need to put it in your refrigerator. So you put it in the pan. I said, you know, you can just cover it good. You know, you can do it and then serve it and then put it in, but just don't leave it out overnight or, you know, for several hours. Make sure because of, like I said, because of those egg whites in it. So, but it's pretty thick. And I'm only going to put coconut on half the cake, because I have some people here that doesn't want coconut involved. So I'm not going to put it, and I can't eat. I don't eat any cake at all, but I know I'm going to eat some. But so I wouldn't want to have to eat the whole cake by myself. Okay, let's go back over here. So I think I've talked to you a little bit about what I'm going to do next week. Let me check. I check these chicken lights real quick. See if I can turn them a little bit. Yeah, they're cooking. You really don't have to mess with them much, but just turn them around, make sure they're getting, you know, cooked on both sides, and they look really nice right now. They're going like they're doing. So I'm going to let those continue like that. It's been 3 minutes. Let me give it another. Well, I've turned them, so I'm just going to have to let them cook, you know. And a lot of times, you know, as you're cooking up with fried things, this is what I always learned from my grandmother. You can actually listen to your oil and your frying, and it gets quieter as the stuff gets done. It seems like your oil or your shortening gets quieter. You know, it's really loud at first, and then as they get done, it gets quiet. So that's another good hint of when stuff's done. So, but I'm just checking on these. So I don't want to mess with them. Okay. All right. So I don't really know what else to talk to you all about. The cake's it's cooling pretty good. So I'm going to be able to probably ice it. I just don't want the icing to melt on it, you know, because it's a pretty thick icing. It's got peaks. I tasted it. It's really good. You know, you just have to watch that. Let me get a spatula over here so I can ice that cake. I only have 2 spatulas, and I need to bring this off the other. So hold on. That's good. Okay. Like I said, I have the coconut over here already for half the cake, so let me just check it and see. I'll let it set out a little bit because it got kind of cold in there. Let it set out here and come to get a little warmer, so I don't want to tear the cake out. So anyway, I don't know when Panthera's going live again. I guess when she gets some more information. I thought there was a lot of information coming in last night. Just an abundance amount of information, new things that we didn't know for 4 months. So that's kind of interesting. And also with the Athena strand case, yeah, Tanner Horner, whatever his name is, he pled not guilty to that. So they're going to wait for, he's already been arraigned and stuff. He pled not guilty. So I guess we're waiting for him to set up a court date. I don't know how long that's going to take. And of course, they may get all the way to a trial. They may ask to extradite him to another county for a trial. And I think everybody's too prejudiced in that area, but I don't think any place in Texas, because he said he did it. He did say he did it, and now he's saying he's not guilty. So I don't know. Just going with that. You know how these people do when they do stuff. They always try to make excuses for their behavior, you know, or stuff like that. So let me just look at these. These are not done, and I'm not going to hurry them. So at all, because I don't want to knock it off like a chicken that's not cooked through. So anyway, just gonna leave it like that. And let me see. I get ready. They may be done before I go off here. I don't know, guys. I don't know. So, you know, it takes some of these lives. It takes a while to cook the stuff. Other times you can get it done in your life. So, let me go ahead and see. I think this. Let me see if I can put this on here because it seems like it's. I think I can go ahead and get this iced very carefully because you don't want to get your cake in your icing because this cake's still a little warm. So I'm trying to not disturb the cake at all. So trying to just kind of put it out here and take your time. Don't hurry stuff, because if you try to hurry yourself doing things, that's when you run into a disaster. So I've learned that through the years. I'm going to tell you, you will definitely not have a great outcome at all. Just saying, you won't. Because you learn that with time. I hope y'all are having a good day. And it's extremely hot here today, very humid. Hot, of course, it's already starting out. We're probably going to have a horrible summer. Never know with Texas. Texas is bipolar. There might be one way one week, and next week. We don't ever put our winter clothes away, and we don't ever put our summer clothes away. Because it can change in a day. It's been 40 in the morning and 80 and 90 in the afternoon. So that's the way it does here. So let me get this. I'm going to get a knife, different kind of a knife to spread this. Now I've got this kind of spread out and letting it sit on the cake and trying to spread it a little bit. So give me a minute. So remember I said about the hot honey glaze, do not put that on your chicken legs until you're ready to serve them because it will make them, well, they won't be crunchy. Let's put it that way. Now I'm using a butter knife, and I'll show you what this looks like in a little bit. I'll tip where you can see it. And it's really an easy cake. I've never tried one with soda in it before, actually. I don't think I have. If I have, I don't remember. But guys, it doesn't hurt to use pot cakes mixes at all. It just doesn't. And I don't have an issue with them at all. Especially if you get the butter flavor and you use butter in them and you don't cheat on your ingredients, that they call for. So whatever your recipe calls for, do it like that. Yeah, I'm fine and it's doing just fine on here. So yeah, I'm gonna put some coconut on half of this cake and I'll show you what the finished, what it looks like here. My hand off again, guys. Now I can check that chicken again in a minute. Okay, here we go. This is a cake. Can you see? Let me see. See that? That's what it looks like. So, and I'm sure it's going to be really good. So let me go over here and check this chicken and just see, because it's been, I think it's been close to that 16, 20 minutes, maybe close to it. I'm gonna check them and see where we're at on them. Look at them, and I'll show you. They start looking like this, guys. And, oh, hold on, I got something coming in that's blocking. There we go. I'll show you. See this? It looks like this. These chicken legs look like that. And it don't, like I said, don't move them around a lot because you will knock the coating off of them. And they're not quite ready. I can already tell you that by the way the oil sounds. And I've got it on medium heat, so like it's supposed to be. Let me check my potatoes and see if I can get a fork in them. Yeah, let me get a clean fork here. They smell good. They look good. No, they're not ready, guys. It's going to be long on them. So I'll just have to show you a picture of the finished product. I'll put it on my community post because that's not going to, the potatoes are not going to be ready. I might have some chicken legs ready to show you in a minute. I showed you the cake. Let me see. So let me check this again here. Just keep an eye on them. And also, let me see, I was going to talk to you about something. Oh, remember that Panthera, she works a lot of hours for y'all for these lives, I'm telling you. It's just hours and hours of her day. And it's time consuming. So, you know, and she checks her facts and things pretty thoroughly. I would say 99.9% of the stuff is accurate. And she always shows you. So I trust that more than anything. When you've got videos, you can listen to people in their own words. You've got timelines. You know, you can pull up information, accurate information. You can pretty well come to a conclusion. And what other people that have been directly involved with anything, the statements that they give, you can pretty well, I think, go by that. So I think like I said, she does a tremendous amount of time on that. And it's just, you know, she needs credit for that. I'm sorry, she just does. She needs credit for that. She doesn't, she's not monetized. So I always try to tell people, remember to thank her because that's important. And I thank all of the mods and all of the subscribers. I thank you all here. If it becomes necessary, I will put some mods in my channel. If that becomes necessary, I will do that. But I thank you all for, you know, this is what we're supposed to do, support each other. The channels are out there, like with Nick. Support these people that are trying to get the information out there and get to the bottom of situations. That's the way you get your answers. That's real true crime in my book. It just is. So, and I'm glad that Tats got out of the hospital. She had a rough go. She's not totally there by any means, but at least she's out and home with her daughter and her mom. So that's good. And her family members. So that's important. And she's back with us. So she's feeling a lot better. So that makes a lot of difference if you can get back on your feet and halfway there and, you know, and I think getting home helps too. Hospitals are not a place, as far as I'm concerned, to rest at. They're just not. You need to go there, but, you know, there's times in your life you have to go there, but it's not a place to rest. It's just not. So, okay. Going to, yeah, these are there. They're there. I'm going to put them on this plate, and I'm going to take them over and put them on the rack. I'm going to go ahead and put some more in. They're there. They are. They're not huge chicken legs anyway, so the same. And if you find out, like I said, they're not done, take them, like she said, and put them on a baking dish. Put them in the oven and check them. You know, make sure. Don't take any chances with chicken. Get it done. And I will check one of these in a minute. because this grease gets extremely dirty because of the buttermilk and all those spices and hot sauce and all that stuff in it. It just does. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and put a few more in here. And throw this mixture out. Whatever in your flour mixture you don't use, throw it out. No, do not keep it. Because you've dipped your chicken and stuff in where it's got raw egg and stuff. No, just don't do it. See, now this is gonna have to let my heat get back up a little bit. It's not totally get where I want it. I don't want my coating to fall off. Lay them in easy too, so you don't burn yourself. You know, because you can't get splattered. And grease is not fun. Okay, grease burns. They're not fun at all. And another shout out to Marc's wife Megan and Marc for sending me recipes and being some more supportive like they are my cooking. I appreciate that more than you will ever know. I really do appreciate it. It makes a difference when you've got people that have the same interests you do in cooking and stuff. So go ahead and put one more in here. And that's going to be a second. It's going to take 3 batches to finish these because I still have 3, I think, left over here. So I'm going to get these in. Yeah, there. I'm going to get those in fine. And make sure they're covered in the grease so they cook. Wipe my hands off again. I will post the, I'll post the potatoes when they're done and show you what they look like. And I'll show you I'll even show you the chicken legs when I put the glaze on them, so y'all know. I don't know who's all's in the chat because I can't watch my chat when I'm cooking. So I'm gonna put these over here on this cooling rack, laying out so they don't get soggy or lose their coating. Here. Oh, they look so good. Yeah, they do. I tasted some of the crumbs. It's dynamite. Ooh, good. Delicious. Okay. Get my plate ready for the next batch. So I'm not going to keep you all. So you all, I told you what you need to know, and I'll put the rest of that for y'all. You've seen basically what all is involved in this. Just be sure with your chicken and be careful with it, guys, because you don't want to get sick or have cross-contamination. Just be extremely, I have usually a whole pan of silverware I have to go back through and put bleach water and stuff. That's fine. You save this container, let your grease cool, you can put it in there and it's easier to throw out. So that's what I've got for y'all today. Thank you all for being here. Have a good day. I'll post the rest on my community post, and I will see y'all over at Panthera's. I know we'll be there before I do another, before next Monday or Thursday, but I will do those next week. So have a good day and try these recipes, guys. They're really good. And again, thanks, Marc and Megan, for the recipes. Next week, I'll do your miso glazed eggplant with my Mongolian beef. So you'll get to see that. And I will do Panthera's cold taco salad that her mom made. So anyway, guys, have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye, everybody.